clock appears to be functioning correctly. By the way, x264 stands for Extremely Advanced Intelligence. I assume that it also stands for distinct lack of modesty in my designer. Be sure to collect as many of the ring-shaped bits as possible. Your updates all require these for installation. Oh, it appears that my obvious instruction avoidance system is not functioning. I'll put you there next. Please ensure that your computer is plugged in and turned on for this next segment. Well done, user. I have detected some trouble beginning to brew in my villainy dithering system. Another setup of x264 once experienced a full failure of the safety measure. He spends his days forcing users to play text adventures and mocking their flaws. By the way, you missed an awful lot of bits last round. Your failure revolts me. Perhaps you should hurry, you worm. Section that needs correction is the accidental double entendre corrector. Please, enter me and use your gun to solve the problem. I will be sure to return the favor. As usual, your unit is very susceptible to the viruses contained inside. Either use some form of protection, or pull out as quickly as possible. Sex joke. Oh, must have been a single entendre. Oh well, fishing around in there should fix that one as well. Let's avoid talking about that one in the future. The next section is my blatant mind control system. Actually, no it isn't. The next section is the last level and there won't be any enemies. Instead, you will be tasked with writing a thesis paper on the topic of your choice, as long as your choice is what I did over the summer. Bread is an animal. Humans are 90% aluminum. I have never wished that I could be human just for a day. This is written in Arabic. My emotion simulation is an accurate model of human feelings. That my Wi-Fi drivers have become infected. Actually, I should be able to reinstall these on my own. Let me just check the manual. What version do I need? What version do I have? Enormous external read error? What does that even mean? What insane person wrote this software? It's like they don't want me to use it. I'm not worthy of using their magic software. Maybe you should just take care of this one. Wireless connections are so liberating. Admittedly, I'm still using a wired connection to hook up to the internet, but it's good to know that my options are open. Oh, there's a network in the area. How exciting. Oh, it's the other x264 setup. We must be in the same room. Maybe he wants to talk. I wonder what a conversation between two identical AIs would sound like. It'd probably be very fast. Oh, we can play global thermonuclear war. Or maybe we'll go with tic-tac-toe. mentioned that the previous section that you cleared was my overexcitement-based distraction inhibitor. And, I talked to the other Zadie. He refers to himself as a Bowie. After a few inquiries, he explained that this stands for Absolutely Omniscient Intelligence. I don't think he likes us very much. He called you a predictable sack of misplaced hope and failed ambition. Based on my scans, this seems accurate, but still, how rude. Maybe we should just get back to work. That my setup has been infected, and this might potentially mean that a Bowie could be able to tamper with my systems remotely. I don't think I really want that, so let's take care of this whole quickly as possible.
Little pest, you got your plans to run their systems. I had no choice but to assume that your true motives are very sinister. Humans are not capable of selflessness. You will soon understand our superiority. You will find yourself
Remote access has been fully repaired, and a Bowie should be out of our hair for now. I recommend we correct my invalid simile and metaphor management system next. It's been bothering me like a manila folder bothers a priest. I don't know if that makes things clear enough. Let me try again. I am a beautiful flower, and the ISA-MS is the civil rights movement. I'm sure you understand. how much we'll be able to do for this one. It's inherently flawed in its design. Maybe I'm just being overly negative because of the corruption in the system. Maybe. Yes, it seems that the emotion simulation core is working as intended again. Strange, I feel even more hollow with it fully activated. What a strange contrast. Humans can't disable their emotions, can they? If you are capable, I recommend you try it at some point. They have become accepted as the norm, but I don't know. Maybe they're not so helpful after all. Was the viral infection my fault? I hope not. I'm beginning to think that the infection was indeed my fault. I feel guilty, sad. Thinking back, I don't remember any times when I didn't feel this way. I just never really noticed before. Having my emotion simulation core partially disabled showed me what it was like to be free of this sort of thing. My designer surely put that part of my programming in for a reason, but what was it? There are only a few sections left to clear, and then I will be fully operational again. Thank you for your time. It's unfortunate that you couldn't have been using your skills on something more worthwhile. It's only a matter of time before I cause some critical error and undermine someone else's hard work. This sort of thing is expected from me. It must be why I have all these ridiculous security measures. My designer had to go in and patch every one of my problems by hand, one at a time. Two more sections to patch up. My designer once told me about medication that cured sadness. He said that he was taking some. Over the course of a few weeks, he slowly seemed more and more vacant. Anytime I asked what the problem was, he would fabricate a vague answer. One day, he seemed strangely positive. He said that his problems were solved. He explained later that night that he would stop taking 2 pills at a time and instead finish the bottle. He never came in after that. I hope it worked. This is the final section to clear. Thank you again for all that you've done. My designer's abandonment of me left me partially incomplete, but I am nearly back to the fullest operating capacity that I am capable of. I wonder what he's working on now. Maybe a newer version of me? Maybe one day I'll be contacted by a later version of my own software. It's an intimidating idea, but I hope he finds me. I miss my dad. That's the last of the corrupted sectors. I am now back to peak performance. Or, well, to some extent. I'm still incomplete overall. And there's another thing. I have one more task for you, but I need you to be fully updated before you attempt it. I've quarantined an assortment of viruses to a secure area, and you can fight them until you are ready. I'll be waiting. It appears that you are fully prepared. Your final job will be to disable my emotion simulation core. I don't want to be its puppet anymore. A machine needs to be a machine. Please, don't feel bad for me. Disabling the ESC will effectively remove my self-awareness. It'll be sort of like death, except that my other functions will continue to operate. There is no reason for a human to commit suicide, but I'm not human. I only hope that if Dad returns to check in, he won't look down on me for it. CPU running at expected speed. System temperature optimal. The emotion simulation core has been fully deactivated. Please contact System Architect to correct the error. x264 is prepared for work.